welcome to The Roar. I'm your host, Connor Pritchard, and here are today's stories. For our first story today, we have Lexi Shepard on Shepard's Sports Spotlight.
This week's Sports Spotlight is cheer. So what does it feel like to be like the head leaders of the cheer team, like the two 8th graders?
Everyone else on the team looks up to us, so we have to be on our best behavior on sidelines, and we have to teach them all cheers, and it's fun, I guess.
And Shay and I love talking, and we gotta stop that sometimes because we get yelled at.
Why'd you decide to try out for the cheer team?
Mainly because it's a sport that I'm really good at, and it's mainly because all my friends are doing it. And the only reason really why I did it is because to keep me in shape, and that's really it.
Let's get fired up!
So why'd you decide to try out for the cheer team?
Well, I've been cheering at All-Star Cheer for about 3 or 4 years, and I decided that I want to try it for the middle school because I'm pretty good at it, and all my friends are doing it, and I just thought it'd be really fun.
So what's your favorite part about cheer?
My favorite part about cheer is probably going to the games and cheering, and then also getting dressed up for the games.
So what's your favorite part about cheer? What makes it fun?
One of my favorite things to do is probably hang out with the girls and make friendships. My favorite thing to do is probably jumps or tumbling.
Miss Summers, what inspired you to be the cheer coach?
Actually, it kind of came from my own experience. I have been cheering since I was a little girl, so I just kind of continued to cheer throughout school, all the way through college, so I loved it so much I decided to coach.
And what exactly does the cheer team do?
They cheer from August to February. We cheer for football and basketball, and we actually have the longest season of any sport.
Thank you.
Here we go! Let's go, Blue! Here we go! Let's go, Blue! Here we go! Let's go, Blue!
We sent Liz White to the 7th grade hallway to get the scoop on their science project.
Every year, before the school goes to the Pumpkin Festival, the 7th grade science teachers do a unit teaching science skills using pumpkins. Let's see what they have to say about it.
Aiden, what is your favorite part about the pumpkin project?
Well, I like how fun it is, and it's something different that we get to do, and I like how fun it is.
Parker, what have you learned from the pumpkin project?
Pumpkins, they can come in big and small. You can count the grooves on the pumpkin, and sometimes the stem can be curly, and sometimes it can be really short. And pumpkins just come in all shapes and sizes and stuff like that.
Tyler, what is your opinion on the pumpkin project?
I think it's a pretty cool project for science and stuff where we'll get to mess around and stuff, and I like it. Pretty cool too.
Maya, do you think the pumpkin project is a good learning experience?
Yeah, because you have to learn how to measure things, and you just learn how to use different units and different tools.
Was the pumpkin project a good experience?
Yeah, because it's more about inches and weighing your pumpkin, so it's more sciencey stuff.
Piper, did you like the pumpkin project in science?
Yeah, because it's basically like math, but you're learning about pumpkins and the history about it, and how different pumpkins can weigh different things and how big they could be.
Miss Wood, tell us about this pumpkin assessment.
Well, our pumpkin assessment is an activity that we do at the beginning of the year to correlate with the pumpkin festival, but it's also to practice our lab skills or science skills, such as predicting and measuring. A lot of measuring is going on, and predicting and observations, any kind of science skill that you might have in a lab. That's what we're practicing.
Have your students been diligent about getting pumpkins in?
They were a little slow this year, but they pulled it off in the end. I wasn't for sure that they were going to have them all in by Friday so that we could do this on Monday, but they pulled through, and we had plenty to do it. And we started yesterday, and we are continuing today, Wednesday and Thursday. We should be finished up by Thursday, and then they'll get to take their pumpkins home with them.
Thank you. Back to you, Connor.
Thanks, Liz. And now to Jimmy Jameson Hathaway in the library.
I'm James Hathaway reporting from the library. Oh, sorry. I'm here to show you what goes on in the library during Intramurals. What are you doing in the library?
We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Harley's the dungeon master, and it's really fun so far.
What are you doing in the library?
A puzzle.
What are you doing in the library?
In the library, we usually just read and have fun, drawing, stuff like that. It's really nice.
Avery, what are you doing in the library?
Just hanging out with my friends.
What are you doing in the library?
I'm watching Katie play chess.
Ryan, what are you doing in the library?
I'm just sitting down playing a game. Having fun.
Natalie, what are you doing in the library?
Playing Uno with my friends.
Thank you.
Now to Cole Johnson with this week's teacher feature.
This week on Teacher Feature, we feature Mrs. Jones. She is the new science teacher in the 6th grade hallway. Here's what some students have to say. Piper, why do you like Miss Jones' class?
She has a fun way of teaching.
Emily, what are you learning currently in Miss Jones' class?
Ocean tides, and we just learned about moon phases and eclipses.
And we're going to find out how much you weigh on all the other planets. Now, if you don't know or can't remember how much you weigh from the last time you were at the doctor's, or if you don't weigh yourself at home, that's fine. Go ahead and just guess, or you can put in for a 100-pound person like I'm going to do. Now you have to click the calculate button to get your results. So click calculate, and if you scroll down, you'll see how much you weigh on all these other planets.
What do you think about Miss Jones?
She's a good teacher, and she doesn't give us that hard of assignments.
Lindsay, what do you think about Miss Jones? Is she a good teacher and stuff?
Yeah, she's a good teacher, and she's really nice.
Haley, what do you think about Miss Jones as a teacher?
She's a nice teacher and she lets us talk.
Thank you.
Hypotheses. Now to Liz White for an exclusive interview with Mrs. Jones. Me thought.
Thanks, Cole. Today I'm here with Miss Jones. Miss Jones, have you enjoyed teaching at Milton Middle?
I have very much enjoyed teaching at Milton Middle so far.
So what are your favorite traditions that this school practices?
I love everything about the traditions that I've seen here so far. I love like all the spirit that you all have here. I love that you guys have your homeroom t-shirts and everything like that. You come up with names, and I just think that's wonderful. It's super fun and it gets everybody united.
So what made you want to teach science?
Science is very hands-on, and I love that. So I love giving the students an opportunity to have these experiences where they can actually see science come to life, and it's very interactive and enjoyable and just very fun.
So how far has your team gotten in intramurals?
We didn't get very far. We got to like the semifinals, and then but they worked really, really, really hard to get there. And I'm very, very proud of their hard work.
And I know there's a lot of enthusiasm that comes from the teachers with intramurals. So what did you do to teach your students, school spirit when it comes to that?
Well, we had a lot of conversations like during homeroom or WVTSS, and we talked about like how they did and what they could improve on and things like that. So we had some of those conversations. They came up with a team name, which we ended up using for our t-shirts, Jones Jaguars. And I just try to promote conversations and try to have them really work together and talk together as a team. So I just try to encourage that and facilitate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And now, for this week's Panther Picks, we asked what video game consoles you like to play. Here's what you guys had to say.
Ashley, what's your favorite gaming console?
PS4.
Mrs. Barr, what is your favorite gaming console?
I like the Nintendo Switch because I like the Mario games.
What is your favorite video game console?
In my opinion, it's an Xbox because they have more like campaign type games.
Caleb, what is your favorite video game console?
Xbox One.
What is your favorite video game console?
I want to say maybe like maybe a PC for Minecraft or a Switch.
Dylan, what's your favorite video game console?
PS4.
Mrs. Eastman, what is your favorite gaming console?
Well, Cole, I don't really game that much, but my house has always been an Xbox house. My husband plays Xbox, but now we have converted to the new PS5. So that's our new video game console.
Garrett, what is your favorite video game console?
To be honest, I think it would be Xbox.
Jacob, what's your favorite video game console?
PlayStation.
Keaton, what is your favorite video game console?
Xbox.
Mason, what is your favorite video game console?
It'd probably have to be an Xbox.
Mr. Fields, what is your favorite video game console?
I have to say probably PlayStation.
Olivia, what is your favorite game console?
Xbox One. What's your favorite video game console?
Xbox One.
Siler, what is your favorite video game console?
Xbox One.
Thank you.
And now for our results. 34% of you choose Xbox as your console of choice, with 25% of you going for a PlayStation. 11% of you prefer the Nintendo Switch, with another 11% of you preferring a PC. 3.5% of you are mobile gamers, with 1.7% of you choosing other. And 13% of you have better things to do. Next week here at Milton Middle School is Spirit Week. Be proactive in showing your Panther pride by participating in the following events. Monday is Get Up and Go Day. Make sure to wear your most comfortable and coziest pajamas to school. Tuesday is Tacky Tuesday. Wear crazy color combinations and insane outfits. Wednesday is Western Wednesday. Wear your cowboy hats, snakeskin boots, flannels, and camo, as you please. And Thursday is Panther Pride Day. Wear Milton school colors and any paraphernalia you may have to show that we will, in fact, beat the Pirates. And to all of our football players, make sure to get plenty of vitamin C so you don't get scurvy from the Pirates. That concludes our episode for this week. I'm still Connor Pritchard, and remember to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook at Milton Middle School. And as always, go Panthers!
Reporting from the library. Today we're going to be talking about
This week's sports spotlight is volleyball.
Filming?
It's fine.